Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of Laneside Reviews. As always, I am the bearded beast, Rob Johnson, joined once again by Scoops Porter, and somewhere in the ethos is old guy Wayne. But, I don't know. But we're about to go to the lanes with multiple styles to check out some brand new equipment and see how it stacks up. All right, and here we are down on the lanes again with our speed dominant player, old guy Wayne Porter.
Yeah, and he's bowling on the high friction house shot.
And we're looking at the second of our two newest releases for us for swag, the Blizzard Glacier.
Yeah.
Now, the Blizzard came originally out of the Lordfield line.
Yes.
And when swag came, they kind of cherry-picked the best of the best out of their stuff.
Yeah.
And this is one of the cores that came across.
Yeah.
This is a big flipping core.
I was going to say, it's possibly the biggest core I've seen. There's only like one or two, I think, that is like bigger.
Yeah.
Like, it's huge.
With a 0.30 intermediate differential. That's like borderline, holy moly.
Yeah.
With a differential of 0.50 and an intermediate differential of 0.30, this ball should stand up, turn around, and hit you after throwing it.
Yeah.
But they paired it with a 2.50 RG. Pushes a little farther down the lane.
Yeah.
So it's a little harder to spin up before it spins up, and then it spins up a lot.
Yeah. And the surface prep is 2,000 with factory polish.
Now, that's interesting. When we looked at the Big Brother assembled, and this one, we're seeing 2,000, 2,500.
Yeah.
Those are weird surfaces for North America.
Yeah. It's because they're made overseas where there is a lot less oil and drier.
In Korea, China, Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't see as much oil as we do there, so they need stuff that's going to get down lane a little farther. And you can see this is getting down lane really easily.
This gets down really easy, yeah.
For a big core,
yeah.
I was afraid it was going to roll out, like really roll out.
Yeah, just blook, 5 pins and 8.
Oh yeah,
8 pins,
flat eights.
Yeah.
And it's been surprisingly good for the speed dominant player.
Yeah, he's just being able to stay, like, we're moving him, but it's still getting back. It's not like he has to, like, jump right over. Like, we know it's not overhooking. He's controlling the pocket, staying fairly straight.
And which is, it's very difficult, especially with a ball that is this strong. You would be afraid. But look at that. He can throw to the friction.
Yeah.
He usually has to be on top of the friction with a pearl ball to get it to move. He's throwing it away from him.
Yeah.
This is weird.
It's definitely a reaction he's not used to, for sure. And that's the one thing I really enjoy about throwing swag balls, because they seem to kind of go away from what you were expecting out of their numbers and the covers.
Yeah.
And it's like you're going to get something close, but they always have some little surprise that appears, kind of thing, right?
Look, we moved him again, and he's throwing it out to the friction again. Look.
And that one caught more because
he got it out there earlier. Look at his face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, we did the Big Brother Assemble.
Yeah.
And it used the Up One solid cover stock. Yeah. And I thought, being the Up One Pearl, this was going to be close to what we saw, which was kind of big and meaty. And this is really different.
It's whatever they're, like, I'm assuming that the Up One is like their base.
Yeah. And
the Pearl additives. So their Pearl additives is really making a big difference, almost back to the true Pearl that we used to have, like, in the early 2000s and the late 90s.
Good Lord, look at that.
You get to see it. It just...
What is that?
That's the thick outer shell, and then that huge core that's just booming, and their fancy elastic E.
Yeah, elastic E.
It kind of sounds like you should be doing like a rapper.
Easy E. Look at that.
Yeah.
Left-handed.
No,
that's crazy.
Throws that ball so well. It's I think he's even used it a couple times in leagues. So
yeah,
get him out of jams. So
and that's it for him, especially on certain house shots. He gets forced in a lot farther than he's comfortable.
Yeah,
and he just doesn't.
I mean, he isn't comfortable swinging the lane.
Yeah.
And this has allowed him to get, stay similar area, but still get it to go long.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. This is a fresh pattern. Look at
Wow.
It's amazing. So when it burns up a little bit more, it's going to roll a little bit sooner.
Yep.
Right? And that's where this is going to come in as his burn ball, right? Because he's not going to quite go down as far, but because it's going to spin up a little bit more. But with this core and cover, I think it's just going to settle right in.
See, even though his feet are deeper, the ball hits the lane about the same place.
Yeah.
Gets outside it. It's only about maybe 5 boards hook.
Yeah.
But the motion is so much different. It's so much farther down the lane.
And it's so strong, like going in there. And that's, once again, it's 2,000. Just 2,000. There's no other. It's not 500, 2,000.
Yeah, it's 2,000, 2,000.
This ball comes off the thing, 2,000.
And then polish.
Right?
So, 2,000 is a pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
And we can see it here at the lane level here. You can see there, it's probably, about 5 board difference.
Yeah. It just gets out, but it finishes on the deck a little bit further in, right? Like.
Now, let's talk about this cover for a second. As you can see the ball in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Does that look pearl to you?
No, it doesn't. The pictures on the website do, but the ball itself looks pretty flat.
It reminded me a lot of like the Hammer New.
Yeah.
Where it has a pearl, but it's really, really...
Hey everybody, Rob Johnson here, and I just wanted to take a second to thank everyone who's already picked up a copy of my book, A Modern Guide to Fit and Arsenal Construction for Two-Handed Bowlers. Now, it really warms my heart, the amount of people who've already contacted me who've read the book with their training plans, their successes, and even their honor scores. And I've been blown away with the quality of conversation I've been having with pro shops and even PBA players on the science of building a proper arsenal based on RG, differential, intermediate differential, and layouts. Now, if you've already picked up the book, thank you so much, and congratulations on your future success. And if you haven't, why not? The link's in the description below. And now, back to bowling.
Like hidden, it's not very dramatic.
Yeah.
Now here you are with it. We went with a little bit of a different layout for you. Tell me about your experience with this thing, because you're getting it right out to the friction right away.
Yeah. There we go. Well, we kind of discussed it ahead of time, and it's like, okay, this is a pearl ball, big core. Let's keep it in the friction and see what happens.
Yep.
Right? Because if I was to put this ball in my bag, that's where I wanted to be able to play it.
Yep.
Like game 4, game 5, game 6, or, when it's like washed out and flooded, or guys are playing urethane down the middle and I need to get around it,
Yep. So you need something that you're going to be able to trust that's not going to overread, but when it gets down the lane, it's going to make a very defined motion.
You can see that one's in a little bit deeper.
Oh, Owen held on.
Still carried, yeah. Didn't take off the end of the pattern, right? And that's the thing is this ball wants friction.
Yep.
So if I can keep it in the oil, it's not going to overreact or anything. It's just going to settle in, right? And as soon as it sees that friction, it's going to want to make a move, which is really nice for like a burn ball, like that. What this ball is really designed for.
Yeah, it seems like this ball is definitely for later.
Yeah,
it's not going to be your ball up where you have a defined friction point and you're trying to create a big booming hook.
Yeah,
this is all right. I need it to get down lane
to that friction. Out there. Got it back out there. Came up maybe a little light, but maybe a little hard. Right. It was
within a board always.
I mean, it was even further out than the first couple. So, and we talked about throwing the big bowling assembly,
the Big Brother assembly,
the Big Brother assembly. Yeah.
Yep.
And these balls came out together, and I'm like, well, that's a good thing because I think you could rip open the lane with the Big Brother one and then move into this one easily when everybody else is going, what do I do now, kind of thing, right?
And we've talked about this on many, many different reviews.
Look at that one.
About using your big solid ball, the ball that's not afraid of oil, to create friction when there is no friction there. There was some friction there, boy. Yeah. Holy moly.
And that's what I mean. I haven't missed the pocket, and I haven't stood really in the same spot.
Nope.
right? Like, and I've hit different parts of the lane. I've got it out wider. I've got it. See, so that one I didn't quite get out as wide, and I made sure that I didn't spin it anything, and it just so hard off the spot.
Very surprising.
Yeah.
As somebody who hasn't gotten to throw them.
Yeah.
Comparing these to what we saw before with like the Stinger and was it the Pandemic?
Yes. Yeah.
These are this is a different company.
Yeah.
Like,
this is
night and day.
Yeah. They've, like you said, they've taken the best parts of this what they
Done
were
in the
working
past.
on,
Yep.
and just said, okay, this is our stable, and we're going to improve on that and focus on that instead of trying to recreate the wheel. We're just going to make it better.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
That was purty.
We're going to make it so tires don't get flat.
All right, so here we are with the bonus. And, we talk about this because the core is, 030 to 035. It's a medium cover stock, medium response. This is the ball that's usually first out of your bag to see where you need to go. Do you need to ball up? Do you need to ball down?
Yeah.
So this is what you would be comparing your bag to anyway.
Yeah.
Look at where you're standing here.
So much more to the right, and everything is just outside.
Yep.
Yeah.
So same area, your feet are in the same area, but your launch angle is much different.
Yeah.
So this is actually a few boards less hook. It needs more friction.
More friction, yeah. Which is great. I mean, not everything has to hook the whole lane, right?
That's it. When you need to create angle of entry, look at the difference there.
Yeah.
It's got to be at least 3 feet longer.
Yeah. And that's one thing that I noticed when you were bowling back in the World Series, that a lot of good bowlers get stuck in the ditch, like in the track, right? When the track burns up, you either have to make a big move or you're done.
Yep.
Right? Where something like this will get you to play in that track area a little bit longer, right?
Because it's not burning up.
Burning up,
because it doesn't have so much surface on it.
It's floating through and getting it down the lane, right?
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, and I love playing that line. Just like 10-5.
That's
money.
old school.
Yeah.
You can't play out there with so little oil being out there.
Yeah.
With the new house shots.
The new house shots, yeah. Save everybody money.
So this is the second one. What do you think? Are you excited to see more from Swag?
Yes. This is definitely showing me that they're improving their brand and making stuff that people need to put in their bags.
Neat. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you laneside.